Alrighty everyone, welcome back to the channel and to the Bee Before You Buy beekeeping series, where I review all of the beehives, suits, smokers, tools, and anything else you ever need in the bee yard. And today, we're going to be reviewing one of the best tools I have ever found to see if it truly lives up to all the hype. So, let's take a closer look. Alrighty, now we're going to spend a few minutes just talking about all the perks of this Hive tool. So first up, and one of the biggest things I really love about this Hive tool is the handle. The handle is so awesome on this thing, and when I first got it, I didn't think I was going to like it a lot because I was so used to the cheaper ones, but the more I've used it, I have really fallen in love with this nice wooden handle on it. It's super nice. Next thing that I really like about this tool is that it's just so strong. It is a really strong tool. I mean, as soon as you get it in your hands, you can tell it's heavy, it's strong, and it's not going to bend. And it certainly doesn't when you're using it. I've put this thing under a lot of weight from lifting up heavy supers and heavy boxes weighing well excess of 100 pounds. And I've never had it bend, break, or anything. It's really tough, and that's a huge benefit of this tool. Next up is the J-hook part. Now, any tool that has the J-hook automatically gets bonuses from me. I'm just a huge fan of the J-hook on it. It just makes lifting frames out so much easier. It's just really a nice add-on to it. I really love the J-hook part. Next is your normal blade. The normal blade is pretty nice. I mean, it's like most other Hive tools, really. You know, it does all the same thing other ones do. The only benefit from it really is, you know, it's not going to bend as much as the cheaper ones, but I mean, it still acts about the same as the cheaper ones. Another really great thing I love about this Hive tool is the nail puller, actually. When I first got this tool, I didn't think at all about the nail puller. I thought, oh, this is just, you know, whatever, who cares about that? It's just an extra add-on. But I've actually used it quite a bit. There's been quite a few times where there's a nail or something that's in one of the boxes or something that needs pulled out, and it works really good to just, you know, slip it right in there, pull it out. It works nice. You don't use it often, but when you need it, it's kind of nice to have. Next up is the hammer part of it. Now, when I first got this tool, like the other parts, I didn't think I was going to use this at all. I kind of saw it and was like, yeah, you know, whatever, I can just have a hammer with me, but I actually have used this thing a lot as well. There's been many times I've been in the bee yard and there's a nail that's kind of slipped out or pulled a little bit, and it's super nice just to have this where you can just pound it right back in really quickly. It is a really nice feature to this Hive tool as well. Alrighty, now that we've talked about the pros of the Hive tool, I figured it was worth talking about some of the cons. Now, I don't think there's a ton of cons to this Hive tool, but there's a few, so let's go over them. Now, the first problem I have with this Hive tool is it is a little pricey. Depending on where you buy it from, it's going to cost you $30 or more, depending on where you buy it from. And, you know, it's not super outrageous, but when you're first getting started, it's definitely something you're going to have to consider. Is it really worth paying 30 bucks for this Hive tool when I could pay 10 for a really nice cheap one that's going to last me just as long? And so it's something you're going to have to think about when you buy this Hive tool. Now, the second problem I do have with this Hive tool is with the higher quality also comes the excess weight. It is pretty heavy, actually, and I've noticed a few times that when I'm carrying it around, it can really, like if you have it in your pants pocket or something, it can really start bogging you down a bit. And so it's something you have to think about. It is heavier than the cheap ones, you know, but that's kind of the price you're going to pay for it being a really high quality tool. You're going to have the trade-offs of it being a lot heavier, you know, and it's not like it's like kill your arm heavy or anything, but it is heavier, and it's something to consider when you're working a lot of hives, especially when the cheap ones only weigh a few ounces. So something to think about. Alrighty, now that you've seen the pros and the cons of this Hive tool, I figured I would give you a little bit of my personal opinion and if I would recommend it to a new beekeeper. Now, I think this Hive tool is a really great Hive tool and has grown to become one of my favorite Hive tools. But I always try to think if I would recommend this to a new beekeeper. And to be completely honest, I think you can get away with one of the cheaper ones. Yes, they're going to bend easier. Yes, they're not as comfortable in the hand, but I think they still get the job done really great. Now, if you have a little bit of extra money, or if you have a lot of hives, anything above 5 or so odd hives, then I think this hive tool is a super great investment to get. It's going to be one of those things where you buy once and you're going to be done. You're going to have this hive tool for a long, long time. It's not going to bend, it's not going to break, and it has so many features that it's totally worth it. But other than that, thank you all so much for watching this episode of The Bee Before You Buy. And before you go, make sure you hit that thumbs up and the subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow.